君の言葉繰り返し寝ても覚めてもやまないそっけない君の笑顔が恋しくて星に願うのまた会えるよね
Ok, bonjour. Alors. Baisser un tout petit peu le son. Voilà. On va changer la scène. Hello. Tout fonctionne correctement. J'ai tout dit. Ah, j'ai oublié de mettre les hashtags. Du coup, c'est pas arrêté. C'est pas grave. C'est pas grave. Ok. Moi j'étais en train de me promener à l'IU. Enfin, c'est de l'exploration. J'ai consommé tous mes résines originelles, tout ça. J'ai fait les quêtes quotidiennes. J'ai été chercher tous les statues. J'ai découvert une région. Je pensais que c'était Semeru. Mais non, c'est une autre région en fait. C'est le désert. Et du coup, apparemment, la suite de l'histoire va se dérouler là. Oh, statue des 7 d'Andro. Le désert, ça aurait été, je trouve, assez logique en fin de compte que ce soit le statue des 7 Pyro. Ça aurait pas été déconnant quoi. Maintenant c'est d'Andro aussi. Bon, après, ce sera peut-être une terre un peu volcanique pour Pyro. On imagine. Bon, qu'est-ce qu'on fait? Est-ce que je vais chercher les coffres? Il y a des jolis coffres ici. Je vais mettre un petit marqueur et je reviendrai. On va faire le plus intéressant. Hop. Donc je rappelle qu'il nous faut cette quête là pour débloquer la quête d'Archon. Et pour ça, il fallait faire la Shogun Sangonomiya Kokomi. On va voir ça. Du coup, on va commencer par elle. C'est là. Hop, voilà. Visite de Watatsumi. Je crois que c'est ça. Après, en vrai, entre Inazuma et les 8, ils peuvent rajouter une région. Parce qu'Inazuma, c'est quand même fort reculé. D'accord, c'est une cinématique.
This should be where Kokomi said to meet her. Do you still remember this place? Paimon remembers we came by here last time we visited Watatsumi Island. That was back when you did your stint as captain of Swordfish too. Paimon's curious whether the resistance troops still remember you. Things on the island must have changed a lot since then.
Ah oui, du coup.
If the enemy outnumbers you, seek their weakness and exploit it. If you outnumber the enemy, seek unequivocal domination and crush them. Marauders on the waterfront are supplied by sea. Burning their ships is the path to success.
General Goro, sir, do you have a verdict?
More or less. From the directives left behind by Her Excellency, we can surmise that a Fatui ship is moored nearby. This explains their aggressive posture. We could split into two teams, one to draw their attention and the other to circle around behind enemy lines and set fire to their ship. Then again, Madame Kokomi made clear that we are not to split up without sufficient forces. We'd risk being picked off one by...
Sir, shall I send for reinforcement?
I doubt there's time. Based on their movements, they'd likely be gone before our troops arrive. Her Excellency's directives also stipulate that we should wait in ambush and avoid making the first move. Since we lack sufficient troops, I don't think we can afford to engage the enemy at this time.
Sir, we're just gonna stand by and watch them leave? Surely there must be...
Her Excellency's directives also state help may arrive when all seems lost. As for where this help is supposed to come from,
Hey, Goro! What are you guys up to?
Captain, you've returned to Watatsumi Island.
That's great! Her Excellency's directives are as reliable as ever. Recently, the remnants of the Fatui forces have been unusually active. We've been monitoring. Unfortunately, we don't have the manpower to split into two teams.
Hard to say no when it's the Fatui. Whatever they're planning, we will...
Good. There's not a moment to lose. We'll go behind enemy lines and sabotage their ship. Let's meet back here after. Watch yourselves. We'll be back shortly.
Seems like the Resistance still remembers us. Come on.
You'll get frostbite.
Boba, get them!
The wind rises.
Oh. Ah, je prends cher maintenant.
That's far enough.
Ok.
The night is cold.
Là, ils ont tous activé leur bouclier là.
Don't be scared.
Squall and fury.
Je suis mort. L'autre il s'est tué tout seul en marchant dans l'eau. Enfin, il s'est tué, il a pété son bouclier tout seul.
Nice and spicy.
The wind rises.
Comrades, they've set the ship on fire! An arson attack! Curse them! They leave us no choice but to attack! Comrades, let's make them regret it!
Stars, shine for me. I'll protect us. La 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 la.
Behold! You're dead! That's far enough!
Nice and spicy.
The wind rises.
You're toast. The night is cold. Let's dance.
Squall and fury. Know your place.
Ah, le géo il me casse les couilles parce que j'ai rien pour péter les boucliers géo.
Don't be scared. Oh, hi. My guiding stars. Boba, get.
Behold!
Nice and spicy. Not now. Let the show begin. Huh.
You dare to gaze upon me? The wind rises.
C'est pas de dégâts, c'est avec le bouclier. Terrible.
Out of the frying pan. My guiding stars.
Mais quand même.
We were lucky to have you here. We'd have no way to prevent their escape without you.
What's that you're holding? Is it the directives from Kokomi? Let Paimon see. Oh, wow. This is a whole book. Is it?
Yeah. Well, no, not all of them. I have 5 more volumes.
Are you serious?
Her Excellency always plans for every scenario. Plus, these are her general operational directives, which are more comprehensive than most. Still, we're fortunate to have them. They make sure we're prepared for every eventuality, no matter...
Oh. Understanding every eventuality sounds tiring and...
Captain, are you back on Watatsumi Island to lead Swordfish 2 again? We've all been feeling your absence. Her Excellency says that now is a time of peace, and that we should reduce the size of the military and focus on helping the civilian population return to normal life. About half of us are still organized into task forces, supporting the platoons. The other half have been given Of course, not everyone's happy about it. The other day, an old buddy of mine was grumbling about being forced to build houses. Said they'd have to drag him away from the front line, kicking and screaming.
The spirit of the resistance is up. Anyway, we're here because Kokomi invited us to the victory feast. Do you know where we could find her, Goro?
I believe Her Excellency is currently at Boro Village. There were reports of a possible disturbance over there. If I'm not mistaken, Her Excellency has gone to deal with it we should probably get going ourselves. And, also, on your way over, Please check. I'm sensing a growing unease among them, but I don't know what's causing it. They used to tell me all their concerns, but whatever this is, they're keeping it hidden. I don't like it one bit. I suspect there's trouble afoot.
Sounds good. Ready when you are.
Ok. Le renouveau des rêves d'un guerrier. C'est pas Kokomi qu'on devrait voir? Je me suis trompé, j'ai pris le gourou. C'est pas possible. Salut toi.
Wait, aren't you... Oh, it is you! Oh, you have our gratitude. Watatsumi Island wouldn't have come... I wasn't with Swordfish too. But I did see you with Tatarasuna. Oh, you really gave it to those shogunate samurai in the fight of honor. Oh, it was quite the show. Is there anything you need from me? I'm at your service. On edge, you say? In fairness, the battle isn't long over, and, well, perhaps it isn't quite over for them. You know what I mean? Every single person looked death in the face that day. It's not an experience you forget in a hurry. Victory's declared, and all of a sudden, the fighting's over. But people can't just snap back into normal life again. I don't know what else it could be. But what I do know is that as long as Her Excellency is with us, seriously, if there's ever anything you need, just say the word.
Ok, il est plutôt sympathique lui.
I've definitely seen somewhere before. I'll tell you about them. Getting on the just not army. So, you need to say something? Settled. Not that I would necessarily. I keep to myself mostly. They're all too. We're at peace now, finally, and I, for one, intend to make the most of it. My life right now is about two things. Sorry that I can't be more help to you.
Seems he's about to fall asleep. Let's leave.
Ouais, laissons-le se reposer.
I don't understand what Her Excellency is thinking. I mean, peace talks? Give me a break.
Exactly. Everyone knows you can't trust the Tenryou Commission. I heard they've been secretly coordinating with the Fatui and plan to continue their attacks.
Wait, for real? You're sure?
Positive. Some of our guys had a run-in with a few Fatui. They caught them conspiring together firsthand.
I knew it! The Tenryou Commission are a bunch of crooks. They'll never change. Honestly, it's kind of naive for Her Excellency to take them at their word, isn't it?
Shh, keep your voice down.
Hey there. What you talking about?
Captain, you're back. Do you think we should tell the captain about...
No, let's not mention it. He's one of her closest advisors. For all we know, the peace talk...
I'm sure the captain would see where we're coming from, but you're right. Welcome back to Watatsumi Island, Captain.
Her Excellency should be in the village at present. Head straight...
Paimon definitely detected some...
Ok, ça fait des messes basses devant nous.
Admit it! We know you've been secretly supplying the Tenryou Commission with goods purchased on... I knew something was off about a Tenryou Commission merchant doing business here. So, what do you have to...
I'm innocent! Ha! You're as guilty as they come. You never should have been allowed to set foot on this island, let alone do business here. Take him away.
Wait! Kokomi! Something's going down over here! You should take a look! Pronto!
Your Excellency! This merchant is suspected of criminal. Our surveillance shows that in his whole time here, he has made numerous purchases, but no sales. And yet he has no stock in his possession. We believe it's highly probable that he has been supplying the Tenryou
I haven't!
That will do. Let's not let ourselves get too worked up here, shall we? Everyone take a deep breath with me. In Matsuda, Uchimura. I understand that you're concerned for the safety, but before we make any decisions over whether this merchant is guilty or not, if he's guilty, of course, there will be consequences. But if he's innocent, he doesn't deserve to be falsely accused. This is Watatsumi Island. Excuse me, sir. As you know, my subordinates have some concerns surrounding your commercial activity here. Perhaps you...
Of course! I can... I'm a trader on the island. So naturally, I built up some inventory. I was planning to hold off on selling until the prices went up, but then, but then I was robbed by the Fatui. They took everything. Now, you think about that. First, I lose all my inventory.
And why should we believe you? So what? That doesn't prove they took his goods, and even if they did, it'll still end up in the Tenryou Commission's hands. They're in this together.
What? The Tenryou Commission are colluding with the Fatui now? This is the first time. I suppose it is true. What's that got to do with me?
What, the Tenryou Commissions? They're colluding with the Fatui after the fighting's already finished? We met a representative of the Kujo clan recently. It doesn't seem like he'd have the time to be colluding right now. But on the way over here, we accidentally on purpose overheard some soldiers mention...
It has been brought to my attention, yes. We are scheduled to begin peace talks with the Tenryou Commission soon. The Kamisato clan has arranged for them to take place in a neutral location. Kujo, Sara, and I will be accompanied by our guards. We will use the talks to discuss future, but just as arrangements for the peace talks began to fall into place, I started hearing rumors of collusion between the Kujo clan and the Fatui. Allegedly, their goal is to completely wipe out Watatsumi Island. If that's the case, then the peace talks are likely a trap. Even the Kamisato... Sir, are you quite certain that your goods were stolen by the Fatui?
Yes, it's the truth. I swear. They stole my goods and then they ran off that way. I'll bet that's where that hideout is.
Very well. The potential ramifications of this incident, however, if we find evidence to corroborate the claims of collusion between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission...
Yes, of course.
Matsuda?
Well received, Your Ex.
Good. Now, Traveler, Captain of Swordfish Platoon Section 2, would you join me in the investigation? Good. I also have a few new things to teach you. All right.
If we do find the merchant's goods in the hands of the Fatui, it'll prove he's innocent. Whatever's going on between the Fatui and the Tenryou Commission, we need to get to the bottom of it.
Ok. Donc il y aurait encore des fatouis qui traînent avec la commission administrative. Ah bon, ce ne sont que des rumeurs pour l'instant. C'est pour... C'est rien.
This must be the Fatui camp that the merchant was talking about. From the looks of it, it used to be a Hilichurl camp. Who knows why the Fatui...
Looks pretty heavy.
Not by brute force, that's for sure. But that's not a problem. The terrain here gives us an advantage, and we haven't given away our position so far. Our enemies in the light, while we are in the shadows. Strategically, we have the upper hand. Option 1. Take the king, and it's checkmate. The Fatui's presence in Inazuma is weak at present. Nothing more than a few scattered remnants. If we strike from above and take down their leader first, the rest of them will be hard-pressed to put up a serious fight. Option 2. Hit them where it hurts. Over there, for example. If we manage to discreetly set the gunpowder alight, they'd be caught completely off guard. Both their morale. Option 3. Use the environment against them. We're close to the sea here, so the air is very humid. I can gather the water vapor.
Wow. That's our great...
That will depend on our assessment of our... A surprise attack from the air is the quick... With an explosion, we could rapidly reduce their numbers without a protracted battle. If we decide to take advantage of the environment, we should... There's the swordfish captain I know. It's decided then. We should take them down as quickly as possible and retrieve...
Squall and Fury.
How am...
Unsightly insects.
Hold the line! The king is overthrown. Only the pawns remain.
Il faut que les tue quand même.
Wind rises.
Oh, elle a repris toute sa vie.
Allow me.
Squall and Fury.
Ah, quand je reste dans l'halo de la métus, ça me heal. Ok. Oh, il n'y a pas de loot.
Excellent work.
All thanks to your...
Actually, even the best tactics live or die. Winning a battle takes a concerted effort from everyone involved.
Now that you mention it, Paimon did make a pretty big contribution, huh? Hey!
I must admit, I wasn't expecting to find the what's their objective? Are the soldiers right? Let's scour the camp.
All right. Hey, look here! Could these belong to the merchant? There's a lot of stuff. Whoa! This place is chock full of bomb-making materials.
Mais c'est quoi tous ces morats qui arrivent vers moi là?
This is way too dangerous. We should call Kokomi
Aïe.
right away and figure out the best way to deal with it.
Bon, rien à voir avec la quête du coup.
Too slow.
Ah, dans le bateau.
Quit following me.
So these are the Fatui food supplies? Kokomi! Kokomi! We found the merchant's...
I see. Oh, nothing. I just zoned out for a moment. Let's see here. Yes, these are the stolen good food, medicine, farming tools. All essential for post-war recovery. By contrast, it's doubtful that the Tenryou Commission has any need of these items. In all likelihood, he's just an opportunistic merchant. Nothing quite as scandalous as Matsuda and Uchimura had imagined.
He's hardly a saint, though, right? How could he stockpile things that people are... We're not just gonna give them back to him and let him go.
Don't worry. I had already... In my recently issued post-war temporary decree, I included restrictions on the prices of essential everyday goods. These items will ultimately reach the people at a reasonable price. If he had taken the time to read the decree, it's unlikely he ever would have ended up in this predicament.
Kokomi, you think of...
I wish that were true. Take this alleged collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui, for example. The low energy doesn't exactly help.
Huh?
Nothing. Come on. It's not long now until the victory feast. It'll be a race against the clock to get—
Got it! First we mend the piece...
Ok. Qu'on ramène les biens au marchand.
Too slow.
Putain, t'imagines, dans ton jardin, il y a un gars, il pique des radis. Bon. Toi, faut qu'on parle.
My goods! You got them back. Thank you, Your Excellent. You see, I told you.
I'm not so sure. You could have easily planned the whole thing with the...
Based on the information we gathered from the Fatui camp, there's nothing to suggest he had it. Had it been the case, then knowing how the Fatui operates, they would have left some evidence of it.
But what if...
No ifs, no buts. We've recovered the goods. As agreed, this is a...
Guess we got carried away.
What did I tell you? You army numbskulls don't have a clue. All brawn and no...
Sir, I'm afraid you're getting ahead of yourself. You may be innocent of the accusations originally leveled at you, but hoarding essential goods is a crime under the temporary decree. You have already admitted to being the owner of these goods, so we are obliged to respond with appropriate measures. In addition to enforcing the sale of these goods at the accepted rates, there will also be a fine.
Wait, Your Excellency, whose side are you on here?
I have no business taking sides. As the divine priestess of Watatsumi Island, I abide by the principle of clear and consistent rewards. Just as merit must be recognized, mistakes must be penalized. You may have been proven innocent of the more serious allegations leveled at you, but this does not exempt you from bearing the consequences of the—
Wait a minute,
Well, don't just stand there. Take him away.
Your Excellency, he says all the goods belong to him, but it doesn't. Those of a Tenryou Commission emblem are probably his, but not the rest. Especially these ones. They're clearly for shrine use.
It seems the Fatui simply dumped all their stolen goods in one place. Leave the shrine paraphernalia to me. As for the rest, I'll leave you to sift through and try to track down the owners. I know, that's a lot to ask.
Not at all, Your Excellency. But if I may, Your Excellency, maybe there were no signs of collusion in this case, but our people know what they saw. Something is going on between the Tenryou. I know the peace talks are coming up, so please keep it—
I understand your concern. I'll be sure to give it further consideration. I'm going to take these items back to the Sangonomiya. Watatsumi Island observes different customs than the rest of Inazuma. I imagine it must all seem a little alien to you.
Scatter!
J'ai rien fait.
It's been a long time since I last came to this village. There's been a lot to deal with recently. Next time you visit, I'll take you to visit Watatsumi Island's old shrine.
Ah, il y a encore un panorama. J'ai pas le droit.
No, the earliest shrine on Watatsumi Island was not located in Sangonomiya. It was close to the Statue of the Seven. Back then, the people of this island recognized the shogun's existence, despite not venerating her as the shogunate do. But after she struck down our protector deity, The shrine was abandoned. Relations between Watatsumi Island and the shogunate have soured ever since. Mistrust, I've been hoping to raise all this at the peace talks and discuss it properly. Grievances have to be let go.
Your Excellency, what brings you out this way on your busy schedule? Oh my, you're looking a little worse for wear. You need to take better care of yourself, okay? All of our fates depend on...
Thanks for your concern.
Your Excellency, I beg you, heed a word of advice. After all this time fighting if we reconcile with them, the god who once protected us will have died in vain.
Come on, that's ancient history. Besides, the fighting is barely over. We should be grateful.
I know, it's just... we should remain...
I appreciate your concerns. I will consider the options carefully, and be sure to proceed appropriately.
Wonderful. We're all counting on you.
Oh, Your Excellency? Well, I'll be... fancy meeting you. Do you know, my daughter's enrolled herself in the Shrine Maiden selection process this year. If she makes it into Sangonomiya, I'll be one very happy mother. I'm always telling my daughter that if she gets the chance to learn from Her Excellency just look at Her Excellency, still so young, but so mature and intelligent.
Well, if she comes to Sangonomiya, I'll look out for her.
Oula, il y a du monde là.
Your Excellency, boy, am I glad you're here. As you know, agricultural output has taken a pretty big hit this year.
Oh, Your Excellency, isn't this the captain of Swordfish?
Your Excellency!
Please, remain calm, everyone. Although, for the longer ones, I'd prefer it if you could write a report and submit it to the shrine. Then Are you alright? This kind of thing is water off a duck's back.
Your Excellency, here you are. There's been a situation. We're still waiting on the delivery of a whole batch of ceremonial items. I'm beginning to worry.
Oh, we retrieved those already. No need to...
Really? That's fantastic. You never cease to... I sorted through all the petitions received recently and placed them on your desk. Also, according to the schedule, you're just in time for your meeting today on the development of the textiles industry.
That's today?
Yes, the two young ladies have arrived safely. We're just...
I see. Well, let's rendezvous tomorrow at the... Yay! The Victory Feast! That's the name of the game. Great! See you
Ok. Elle a un emploi du temps quelque peu chargé. Il est où le panorama? Il est là. Faut que j'attende. 10 heures. Normalement, je crois que j'ai débloqué absolument toute la map là. À moins qu'il rajoute des régions dans les prochaines mages. Oh oui, les vœux. Je suis trop deg d'avoir fait les vœux là. Parce que prochain... On est combien? 26 27 demain. Donc dans 21 h là. Là sera remplacé par la Shogun Raiden. J'aimerais bien avoir. Il y a Shogun Raiden et quelqu'un d'autre. Je sais plus c'est qui. Mais un que j'aime pas trop, je crois.
That's weird. She doesn't seem like...
Un peu plus tard.
How is she still not here? Let's go ask that soldier over there.
Over there.
Are you looking for Her Excellency? I'm afraid she isn't here at the moment.
So strange.
Not necessarily. If I recall correctly, Her Excellency has made special provisions for such a let me see. Yes, number 98. Should a visitor from afar come to see me, and should my whereabouts be unknown, the footnote stipulates that this only applies when Her Excellency has made no communication regarding her whereabouts before. As far as I'm concerned, you two tick all of the boxes.
Kokomi really does think of everything.
L'arbre au feuillage pourpre. La quête se prénomme Son secret.
Are you sure this is the right place? Feels like we keep heading deeper into the middle of nowhere. Hey, doesn't that tree look like the one she described in the directive? It looks like there's a way in over there. Let's take a look.
C'est là qu'elle travaille. Bizarre d'avoir un sanctuaire et de se mettre dans une grotte.
So this is where you ran off to. We were
Peut-être qu'elle se...
I apologize.
You got sick? We'll go find a doctor.
No. It's nothing like that.
You run on energy? You mean...
No. It's just a figure of speech. I'm ashamed to admit it, but I can't always be the infinitely capable person I present. You noticed? I guess I haven't quite mastered the ability to hide how I'm. To be honest, I'm not really cut out to be a leader. At first, my dream was to read up on military strategy and perhaps become an constantly communicating with people, trying to retain their morale. Having to read between the lines, you're somehow supposed to make people feel wonderful, just from being in your presence, while also, but because of my bloodline, I was always going to end up being the divine priestess. So, whenever I feel overwhelmed, I come here to just, don't worry, it doesn't affect my work. I handed over preparations for the I have to make a speech tonight. And I mustn't give the troops any reason to suspect that something could be.
Is there anything we can do to help?
I should be feeling energized again soon if I hold off on work for a little longer. If only there was some way I could listen. I was reading a book last time I was here, but I only got about halfway through.
We'll find it for you, and then we'll read it out to you.
You do that?
On va y trouver un livre pour lui lire.
I'm really lucky you came back to Watatsumi Island.
Whoa! So does Kokomi make time to deal with these Sangonomiya events cash flow statement? Consolidated annual. This is a lot of work for. Let's track down. Hey, look! Could this be the book she wanted? Sports
Ah, c'est son journal intime.
Kokomi, is this the book you want?
I'm not sure, actually. Could you read?
Kokomi? Oh no! She's telling us tonight's the victory feast! Not to mention you sure...
He does look pretty exhausted. Avoid disaster. The war's over. Did you see? What time is it? Yep. You've been out for ages. It's near. I can't believe it got. I haven't slept that peacefully in so long. That's gotta be 3 whole energy points right there. Should be enough to see. Thank you. Well, we better get ourselves over. Woohoo! Kokomi's back to full energy.
Elle a retrouvé 3 points d'énergie. Ok. Faut que j'attende 18h. Oh, il est 17h, t'es sérieux?
It looks like everything's in place for the feast. But I still need to give a quick speech before the festivities. Oh, how much energy will that take? Do you think you've got... Don't worry, I've got plenty. Thanks to you two, That's great! Welcome, everyone! Today is the day that we celebrate. Recently, our war with the Shogun's army came to an end, and we thought none of us can know what the Inazuma of the future will look like. But tomorrow, I meet with the Tenryou Commission for Peace Talk. Thank you all for your valiant efforts throughout. Truly, this feast is held in honor of each and every one of you gathered here today. I hope all of you get to relax and enjoy our hard-won victory. Tonight seems to have gone off without a hitch. I'm so glad it's all going smoothly. People tend to be more open when they're in a good mood. I still have no further leads regarding the issue of potential collusion between the Tenryou Commission and the and I'm concerned that something might happen at tomorrow's peak. Okay, sure.
Bon, on a qu'à tout simplement aller avec elle pour parler.
Watatsumi Island is finally at peace, and it's all recently. Well, the biggest thing for us is that we can finally get back out on the ocean to fish. During the hostilities, the open sea was full of warships. We just had to make do with what little fish and shrimp. When the catch wasn't good, we'd all go hungry. The poor kids were crying all day and night, but there we'd go to bed ravenous and be tossing and turning all night long, trying to keep it together until the morning. I hear you're captain of Swordfish too, is that right? Well, thank you for your service. Here, have a fish. It's freshly caught, so it's a bit,
Oh, no.
come on, take it. Without you, we'd probably still be going to bed hungry tonight. Her Excellency always teaches us to...
Okay, well...
Super, j'ai gagné un poisson.
Hey there! Care for some fruit and vegetables? Nature's remedy. Are you referring to the thing about the Tenryou Commission and the Fatui? I've heard. It's funny you should say that the soldiers seem excitable, though. I've had the same feeling. He's been acting strange these days. Always shouting and waving his spear around when he's got nothing to do. He scared the heck out of me a few times. It's a miracle the fighting has finally come to an end. Sorry, I'm afraid I don't have much information. If you still have questions...
Sounds promising.
Faut qu'on aille parler au gars qui a remis sa lance là.
Too slow.
This guy smells of...
Huh? Wait, don't tell me. You actually came back. I thought you'd abandoned the platoon and made a run for it.
We would never...
Is that so? All anyone talks about these days is peace and stuff. Do you remember what the most important thing is to the resistance? You got that right. So I'm gonna put you to the test. Time to see if you truly are a bone of... I'll answer your questions.
This guy. Did I kill him? What do you think?
We'll see.
Propagate!
You're a strong fighter. No wonder you really do have a warrior's will. Then maybe you can understand us. Captain, comrade. We made it up. The story about the Tenryou Commission.
Poor Kokomi's been worried sick. What the heck were you thinking? This could send you right back into war with the Tenryou Commission.
Yes, that's exactly peace talks. Everyone's been drawn in by the idea. That's why the future of what's to stop the Tenryou Commission from stabbing us in the back, and what's to stop the Raiden Shogun from issuing another. We are the resistance. Everything hinges on our warrior's will. We can't trust the Tenryou Commission or the Raiden Shogun. Well, we can't. Surely you agree with that?
His point does kind of. Yeah. Everything you. Are you seriously willing to make up a wild rumor and ruin the peace everyone's worked so hard?
Don't take that tone with me, acting like you're above all of this. What would you understand? For the sake of victory, we embody the warrior's will to the fullest. You understand? We were all in. Now there's some. You'd have me just put down my weapon and start living like an ordinary person. But how can I? Every time I see them there in my mind's eye, it reminds me that I can never forgive the Tenryou Commission and never forgive the Vision Hunt. I guess you're not one of us. Well, whatever. Go ahead and tell Sangonomiya if you want, but you're too late to stop us now.
Too late? What are you... Darn. Doesn't seem like he's gonna answer. What are we gonna do? This is really serious.
Vraiment des gros fils de pute. Non mais qu'on se dise... Faut bien qu'ils aillent se faire foutre au bout d'un moment.
About the Tenryou Commission colluding with the Fatui is below. They wanted the peace talks to break down so that they could carry on fighting the war. And they said...
I see. I'm fine. Don't worry. This is my fault. If only I'd perceived what they were feeling earlier. I think I understand what Kozen means when he says it's too late. The talks don't begin until tomorrow. But both sides have already sent their guards to the location. They are responsible for making sure the area is... I highly suspect that one of Kozen's pro-war co-conspirators will have infiltrated the guards with...
Well, that's no good. Do you understand?
That won't work. Firstly, the act of bringing a new team of guards to a neutral negotiation site will put both sides on... It would almost certainly push the pro-war faction into taking action. They would attack the Tenryou Commission, not to mention that we have no idea how many of Watatsumi Island's soldiers are involved in this plot. If we change the guard in haste, we face the...
Sounds like a really tricky situation.
Don't let it worry you. What's done is done. These soldiers crossed the line, but the blame is not theirs alone. Whatever happens, let's meet here again.
Encore. Toujours à nous faire attendre. Oh, faut que j'attende encore. Ah, le feu il brûle encore.
feel? Prepared? Here. These are some directives I wrote last night. These negotiations are complex to be sure, but I thought about it carefully and
J'ai qu'il n'y a pas plus de 187 scénarios possibles.
I took the liberty of writing them all down.
Okay.
This way, you will be able to adapt with speed.
Whoa. Let's see. Fierce dispute, violent escalation, armed revolt, coordinated attack. Wow. There are so many! But you've thought of a solution.
Glad to hear it. These peace talks are quite exceptional. It isn't, but any amount of dissatisfaction within our ranks weakens our negotiating position. We will have to work as the Divine Priestess of Watatsumi Island. This responsibility is, of course, excellent.
Ok, je vais au lieu des pourparlers. Je vais un poil. Il m'a chatouillé le nez. Là, j'ai fait un défi comme ça contre la monte. Au début, je l'ai fait jamais, je passe à côté comme ça. Là, je sais pas, je l'ai fait. Bah, j'ai eu un coffre luxueux. Qui m'avait donné pas mal de trucs. Ok.
It's been a while, Kujo-Sara. I believe the last time we met was on the battlefield.
Yes, where you dealt my forces quite the devastating blow. But before we go any further, what are you doing here?
That's right. He's here to bear witness. He experienced the war between us firsthand, and has made an enormous contribution towards securing the peace we have today.
Seems reasonable. Then let's get... The first item is the Maritime Administration issue. During wartime, we restricted fishing rights for Watatsumi vessels in Narukami waters. We intend to remove these restrictions, but going forward, any of your vessels that fish in our waters will have to pay taxes in accordance with Narukami legislation in order to bring their catch back to Watatsumi.
That's fine, but if they're paying taxes, they should also be entitled to protection from the Tenryou Commission, while any losses they sustain due to issues of public security will need to be compensated.
Accepted. Let's add that to the peace treaty. I can assure you that your vessels will be quite safe in our hands.
Negotiations seem to be going...
The next item has to do with the movement of people and military authority. In the past, our people have been subjected to lengthy interrogations on arrival in Watatsumi. And the same has been true for your people on arrival to Narukami. Economic cooperation between our islands has suffered greatly as a consequence. Few merchants are now willing to engage in inter-island commerce. Since the war is now over, I propose that we have the Yashiro Commission appoint a business council to oversee trade between our two islands.
The problem there is that trade is a reciprocal affair. We'll need to involve merchants from both sides in this process if it is to succeed. We cannot give the Yashiro Commission full authority.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Watatsumi Island facing severe shortages of many essential goods at the moment? Having the Yashiro Commission organize everything centrally would work in your favor.
True, we're experiencing some shortages, but we will recover in due course. Between the diverse range of goods we can produce ourselves and our strong trade links with other areas, we are capable of sourcing everything we need. Not to mention that your proposal would require separate talks with the Kamisato clan. If they've yet to sanction it, I believe you are going beyond the remit of the Tenryou Commission's authority.
Let's leave that aside for now then. On to the military question. Watatsumi Island's forces will need to come back under the jurisdiction of the Tenryou.
That just isn't feasible. Not in the short term, at least.
With all due respect, feasibility doesn't come into it. The Tenryou Commission alone has ultimate responsibility for Inazuma's national security. We cannot allow Watatsumi Island to be the sole exception to this rule indefinitely.
You Kujo scum! Colluding with the Fatui isn't low enough for you. Comrades, never trust the Kujo! Let's get them!
Protect Madame Kujo!
Number 16. No, wait. 67? Or is it 73? Which one is it?
Juste elle s'assoit.
Kokomi! Which scenario number?
The last one. But hold off for the moment. Stand down, Tadakatsu. The situation has changed. Please stand by for further order. Rest assured, I am fully aware of your concerns, but I will deal with the situation from here. Madam Kujo, this is rather serious. I believe you owe Watatsumi Island an explanation.
Excuse me for a moment. Nobody makes another move until I have finished in— You two, here, now! Speak! Collusion with the Fatui? Is—
I wouldn't exactly call it collusion as such.
We were approached by a few Fatui. They mentioned a potential. At the time, I felt like we could give it a try. After all, it'd be—
But we were extremely careful. We didn't agree to anything. We just said, with respect, ma'am, there was no collusion. It was—
That's enough. When we return, there will be— Might I remind you that this is the Fatui? Have you completely forgotten what they did to us? You should be having no interaction with them whatsoever, let alone entertaining offers of cooperation. So,
The Fatui's main forces have already left Inazuma. The few who approached us seemed like they wanted to settle a score for—
oh, her subordinates. So they're out for revenge. They want to keep Ina— One day, I will hunt them down. We bear responsibility for this issue. My sincere apologies. I have my own negligence to blame for this state of affairs. Please.
But of course, Madam Kujo. I have for the time being, however, there is evidently some discord within the Tenryou Commission's ranks. I would therefore not feel comfortable releasing Watatsumi Island.
It seems that I must acquiesce. I will lay this issue aside for now. But we shall revisit it as soon as the Tenryou Commission— As for the trade issues we raised, I will discuss options with the Yashiro Commission and make sure both sides—
Seems like Kujo-sara's on the defensive now. These negotiations should be smooth sailing.
I never knew the grand strategist of Watatsumi Island was a skilled negotiator, as well as a formidable commander. I hope that when we meet again, we can continue these sit-down discussions. Settling our differences on the battlefield, I think we can leave things there for today. Once I get back, I will conduct a thorough investigation into the
I should inform you that we took out a Fatui camp recently. I suspect that before long, they will attempt to re-establish contact with your people in the hope of procuring— I recommend you say and do nothing on the matter for the time being, lest you tip them off and they disappear. Wait for them to come to you. That way, you can capture them all, and—
I will bear this in mind. I shall take my leave now.
Your Excellency, we—
Let's discuss it after we get back.
filles. Allons discuter avec eux.
Your Excellency!
I have already been informed on the reasons for your actions. You believe the Tenryou Commission to be untrustworthy and sought to sabotage the peace talks, and fortunately, the end result exposed and thwarted a secret Tenryou Commission plot. Yet, this was purely incidental, and the end certainly did not justify your means.
But Your Excellency, so many comrades have sacrificed themselves in the line of duty. If we stop now, I want to keep fighting. I want ultimate victory, even if it means I have to pay the ultimate price.
I understand your sentiments, but you cannot simply impose your will and expect others to bear the consequences. During the war, there were highs and there were lows, and in the end, there was a glorious victory. For you, perhaps the experience, but you saw nothing of the countless others who will remember the war quite differently. Most people suffered terror, but Tatsumi Island's people yearn for peace because they have long since given all they had to the war effort. They are tired of treading water. I understand, I do. And the fault is not, it was largely an oversight on my part. I taught you to nurture a warrior's will, but never how to let it go.
It's not your fault, Your Excellency. It was ours. Either way, we are ready to accept sentencing under martial law.
Very well. Then I hereby declare.
Ah, salut Vivien, ça va et toi?
That as of today, I am founding a new secret corps of the army. This division will be responsible for keeping Watatsumi Island safe and secure. You and your comrades will all be welcome to join. But be warned, the training will be grueling.
Voilà, je suis vers la fin de la quête d'histoire sur Kokomi.
Your Excellency, what are you saying?
I have concluded from today's peace talks that the Kujo clan cannot achieve absolute peace and stability in the near future. Many seek peace, but
Je suis
there are
niveau
still those who
d'aventure
pursue war.
41 je crois.
It is right that Watatsumi Island moves towards peace, but we must still retain a defensive capacity. Those whose warrior's will is alive and well, I invite you to embark on the most challenging training regimen of your lives. I don't want to hear from any of you again until all of you can take on 2 shogunate samurai at a time.
Thank you, Your Excellency.
All right, dismissed. Go and report to General Goro.
Ah, c'est demain que ça commence ça. Les invocations, les vœux.
And if there is, there will be no more leniency from me, whatever reasons you may have.
Yes, ma'am. From now on, we will focus on our
Mais
training.
ouais, je vais essayer de l'avoir si je peux.
Thank you for this opportunity, Your Excellency.
I think that's finally everything in. I can feel my energy levels starting to drop. Meet you.
Je vais me retaper là-haut.
Quit following me.
Thank you for everything. With your help, peace has been restored. Recovering. Slowly, but surely. Today was a reminder that I don't cope well in situations with lots of people. I've improved, but I think I might get Goro to handle the negotiations next time. Do you think so? To be honest, I'm still a long way off what's expected. In the past, I was concerned only with winning the war, but I realize now that wasn't going far enough. People have all kind. I have a long way to go. But that's okay. In short, I've still got some maturing to do. Could you...
Ok, c'est terminé du coup. Il faut encore que je farme quelques primogèmes. Faire des vœux. Et du coup, pour faire les quêtes d'archon de Semeru, donc ça, quête d'archon. Il faut que je fasse lui. Le mâle Oni. Du coup. Ok, ils sont sympas les cinématiques.
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received... After assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are...
Just another day on the job?
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Itto.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their head?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the streets. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused of stealing things, but it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us, no problemo! This does sound like a job for the Traveler. He'll be back.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you. The last one...
We are still investigating Arataki Itto's potential motives behind these incidents, but please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely... Thank you. I will await your return. Ad Astra Abyssosque.
Ok, bon du coup on va se renseigner tout autour. Un vrai cœur d'or.
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Itto guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Arataki Itto? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is he did something monumental. To be completely honest, I was a little surprised when I first heard it. Okay, what?
Wait, you mean he already had...
No, not exactly. He's just very overbearing in everything he does. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. When he's in a good mood, he's as high as a kite. But when he gets up, I don't personally see him as a bad guy. But I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose control. You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the street or his gang. If I had to guess, his lack of income finally drove him to do something more drastic to...
Is it just Paimon, or is...
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks.
Ok, on va demander à elle du coup.
Arataki Itto? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing. I'm sure it must have been a mix-up on the Tenryou Commission's end. He could never do anything so dastardly.
is all that?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. When I said he could never do anything dastardly, I meant maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing rock, paper, scissors and hide and seek with the kids on the streets. Kids, being kids, aren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure you can see what I'm getting at here. He used to lose all the time, sometimes catastrophically.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on. Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain wrong.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started crying, so I stepped in and gave Itto a scolding. He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying and was laughing and playing again as if nothing had ever happened. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always serious about the stakes and never throws a game on purpose. So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children's game really gonna be capable of these kinds of diabolical deeds?
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all. In fact, he kind of sounds like a man of integrity.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, the Tenryou Commission's evidence against him is supposed to be irrefutable, so I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really has messed up big time, then he should face the consequences.
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around.
Ok. Du coup, on va se renseigner à la commission directement.
Arataki Itto. Of course I know him. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including the adventure.
Captain says that Arataki Itto hasn't done anything seriously bad before. I'm curious. Is there any...
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have put so many people on the cake. For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a dead giveaway. I mean, the whole city could have recognized it was him. At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to everything and started trying to provoke the officer. What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been planning the whole... Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, there is plenty of evidence either way. He's never had a Mora to his name his entire life, and he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang, and that the burden of it takes quite the toll on him. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the vision hunt. At the time, Arataki Itto put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to enlist the help of Kujo Sarat. The vision hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme lengths to take revenge.
He does sound a little unstable, just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Itto, please
Thanks for all the info.
Ok.
Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a
C'était
real
marqué quoi?
specialist.
Personnage impliqué dans une autre quête. Omnifilé. Oh, t'es sérieux? Je vais pas pouvoir parler avec lui parce que je dois faire une autre quête. Oh, ça dégoûte en vrai.
Welcome to Bonton Sango Detective.
Oh, je dois faire ça d'abord.
Please speak to President Song.
Too slow.
Retrouver Wakamurazaki. Putain, les quêtes d'histoire, c'est à peu près à chaque fois 1 heure de quête. Pas ça. Ok. Et du coup, je peux plus faire la quête parce que je dois faire. Mince. Bon, j'ai énormément de quêtes à faire en vrai, de quêtes du monde. Rien qu'à lui, j'ai pas fini. Je dois faire celle de la montagne de dragon, qui est encore considérée comme mon stat. Et tout celle d'Inazuma. Puis après, il y aura Semeru.
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for the Tenryou Commission. But I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through,
how much more are we talking about?
a one-off payment of 397,000 mora up front, plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission.
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full, and as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Itto. So, from the way I see it, you guys are... Now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we must... A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a Crimson Oni and a Blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The Crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The Blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The Crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near.
Il lui lançait des haricots.
So the Blue Oni said to the Crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
As planned, the Crimson Oni chased the Blue Oni away. The Crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the Crimson Oni went to tell the Blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
Ok.
That's it?
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again. Only the...
But the blue Oni was just an
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that what I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Itto has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever complete...
But how could he do that after the blue Oni's...
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet he's already made it to Yashiori. The Tenryou Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Itto chose to... Don't mention it. I'm just...
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Itto has given into...
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength.
Okay, but what's up with people throwing beans at Oni?
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, I see.
Il a l'air
fact,
chico.
all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Itto. I heard that just if you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps he...
Right! Knowing our target...
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use them. Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable...
Sneaky! But also, let's head to Yashiori...
Ok, il faut qu'on aille sur une île. Ici. Oh.
Quit following me.
Genre j'aurais cru que ce gars-là était à Semeru et pas... Inazuma. D'après l'histoire des Oni, ça colle un peu avec le thème de Inazuma. Du coup.
According to Detective Sango, Itto should be
Aïe.
somewhere around here. Oh, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward.
Oh, j'aime pas cette île avec tous les éclairs là, c'est trop chiant.
There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead. Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Itto? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. Let's try the big. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Loupé.
Don't be alarmed. It's just my It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Hey, whoa, take it easy. Just stop with the beans, okay? See, well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I'd walk away. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt.
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only natural, right?
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's taking it a bit far, don't
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy picking. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang to spend on themselves. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you, so stop wasting everybody's time.
No way, mister! We've accepted a...
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it.
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that case, we...
Uncle Itto! Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
Mamie Oni.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you promised.
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and...
Huh? Who are they?
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? They were just too worried about me. It's because of a little thing called, prestige. Yeah, because of all the prestige.
What are you talking?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Itto? You don't look...
That's because Uncle Itto bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle. Uh-oh. It's all good, though. These won't...
Okay, if you say so. Granny and I will keep heading...
Yep, I'll be right there. Oh.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking on their doors for sure.
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all the...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a duel. If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep at it. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for him.
What should we do?
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might skedaddle. Too slow.
By the way, Paimon's curious.
You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start the grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back. Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it than I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential. But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's got to be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, well, then it's... Boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles...
But we're not the ones that...
Oh, yeah, anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but just you wait. I'll make you a... And by the way, that kid has one tough beetle.
Okay, so he's not the sharpest horn on the...
Okay, let me... Ah, there! Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom...
Ouais, j'ai une clé d'Inazuma. Si je peux, j'irai au sanctuaire.
Just our luck. Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down from here and take a look. My gut's telling me... Look! You see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Onikabuto! Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no! Not lavender melons! Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's try somewhere else.
C'est trop chiant à trouver les Scarabuto.
This is the one! This is the one! See? As long as you're... It's on the smaller side. But, size isn't everything in a beetle fight. Just let the expert explain, okay? Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the... It might look a bit young and docile, but that's... Young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight. Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me...
Right here! Look what Paimon did! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hop down, Paimon flew off somewhere else. What do you think, Itto? It's big and strong and... Bet the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh, you...
Nope, this is the first one.
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow beetle fighting...
Oh, so...
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell that... Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who are... So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen.
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference.
Whoa. Let's not do anything rash here. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go! Too slow.
Qui on a les deux scarabées? Oh, flemme. Putain, je trouve ça trop chiant les éclairs.
The wind rises.
Unnecessary.
Ouais, d'ailleurs, j'ai pas montré. J'ai changé mes artefacts sur lui. Donc j'ai gardé ces trucs à Nemo là. Et je lui ai mis un set de berserker, de gladiateur plutôt que berserker. Bon, je crois que c'est la même chose. Ouais, non, ça augmente les crits. Et là, ça augmente les dégâts. Et du coup, j'avais deux items légendaires, je lui ai mis. Elle, j'ai rien changé. Elle, j'ai changé. J'ai mis son truc de glace là. Il est pop. Et ça, bande vagabonde. Bande vagabonde parce que ça donnait des PV et des PV en pourcentage. Et c'est très fort sur elle. Et elle a le set amour chéri. Ça n'a pas bougé ça. Même Shangling, ça n'a pas bougé. Même si je voudrais autre chose que l'instructeur en deuxième.
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner.
Don't worry. I'm not scared of your beetle. Go.
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja.
Huh? When did you come up with that?
Come on, you can take him, little...
That's right.
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks...
Dang it! Ugh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible. Even Uncle...
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
All right, little guy, use your super Paimon tournament.
No.
Yay! We won! Ha! Paimon new
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt, partner.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Of course, Crimson Cyclone has... Oh, right. Yeah. Now that the beetle fight... This is for you, Daisuke.
Huh?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can show it off to all your friends.
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here. Go.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect...
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Itto.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends. In fact, they're...
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Itto didn't do anything wrong, and not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved my life.
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? I'm a real lousy liar.
Itto, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say.
I guess. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me. I'll explain everything.
Dis-nous tout.
I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. Any of it. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people caught up in this while I'm still trying to solve the real... And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs. But it's...
So why in the world would you say that you were the
Well, maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long...
Hold on a second. If you're talking about that fairy...
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes...
So, is this...
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The blue Oni chose exile, and the crimson Oni stayed behind. But the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but there's something they leave out. It's a little thing called the Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have a good relationship. The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Oni eventually split into two factions. The Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more stubborn and insisted...
Paimon thought you were two different species. So really, you're all...
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans, but But the blue humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that Oni were hard to get along with. If things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered leaders of the Crimson and Blue Oni, over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. But the Blue Oni's leader gave 2 conditions. First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength to win respect from the humans. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our own. After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle, until eventually, they disappeared all. Since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it countless times in my life. Not once did I ever imagine that the Blue Oni clan had actually survived.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant of the Blue Oni?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know that Blue Oni exist. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni with different color horns than mine. Still, it would be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. Exactly. They would give up their... I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. But that's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely caught them by now.
But what does Daisuke have to do with any of this?
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time he came back, his parents had been taken. The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere else. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been going on. That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag me back to Inazuma City, then... But, if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time.
Yep, Paimon too! Just treat it like we're here to...
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew... I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so, All right, then our first job is to investigate where this Blue...
Okay.
Quit following me. How amusing.
Oh.
You're dead.
Hein? J'ai pris un coup d'électrocution.
Behold. Too slow.
Okay.
Yo, you must be Masato.
And Oni.
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, here's what happened. It's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just end, but this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over. Instead, they... I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was gonna be the one, but instead, he stopped the others, and yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released me. But the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. I thought they were gonna come to blows. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled.
So he'll steal, but he won't
Gee.
harm people. means he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say was, the goods are worth more than the merchant's lot.
Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But you aren't gonna go after them, are you?
Don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. If these two islands are where they tend to hang around...
Ok, let's go. On va à la plage.
You're so happy just to see the sun again. How childish.
They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be
Yeah, things might get a little... Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time. Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first, talk later.
Finally, I to the ferry.
Attaboy! Yeah!
Finally, I see no more.
Who wants some of this?
Parler à l'Oni azurin.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Itto, descendant of the Crimp.
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self-sacrifice. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way. But you don't even care, do you? Because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that I would find you. Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also remember the pride we share as Oni. So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath that... Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live. But let me ask you, Arataki Itto, what exactly do you contribute? You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the Vision Hunt decree. Protecting the Oni pride? Ha! You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean...
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do whatever you want. It's not like anyone can stop you. But do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around? We were cut off from the rest of the world. We severed all contact with it. And no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our...
So, that's why you joined a band of thieves?
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed to help me provide for my family and friends? I've abandoned our Oni pride. It's meaningless. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from starving and ease their pain. That's what matters most to me.
Yeah! And besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that Oni could be accepted as part. If people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the whole purpose of the sacrifice you made!
You make a good point. But Arataki Itto's the one who needs to get that into his thick. The Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't tarnish, unless of course this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between human. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo Commission drag you away.
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. Why couldn't you have just stayed out of this?
There they are. Seize them.
Oh no! It's the
Forget it. This was a Look, I don't expect you to understand me.
Hey! He got away! Uh-oh.
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here. Whatever you do, don't attack and...
Battle formation!
Bam!
Get them!
Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Itto.
I must withdraw.
Let's roll!
Okay.
I really came out in force today. I'm kind of, I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here. No way. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. But I have to settle things with them first.
So what should we do?
No choice but to...
Hey, boss! Thought you'd have all the fun without us? Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Hey, I told you to stay out of this.
Well, we're in it now. Come on, go. Do what you gotta do, boss.
Now, watch yourselves. Soon, come on, you two. Time to roll.
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this?
Run for it, boss!
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much of a gang.
Hey, it takes Mora to run a gang, okay? They're all I've got for now.
Il doit y avoir un donjon caché, non? Je trouve rien.
Quit following me.
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more foot... a wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company.
Know your place.
Out of the frying pan!
Say no more!
The night is cold.
Squall Fury.
Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just...
il y a un donjon.
Hidden entrance. Yes. This is gonna be where they keep all the.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably.
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his. So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh?
Hop. Allez. Bon, il faut un géo, ils vont me donner à Itto là.
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
Ok, je voyais pas du tout comme ça ce gars-là. Empoté.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
Tiens, je voudrais voir. Arme, il a quoi? Louis Pierre de la corde rouge. Augmente la défense, ok, donc c'est un tank. Augmente les dégâts infligés de déchaînement élémentaire. Augmente de tout l'équipe pendant 20 secondes après un déchaînement élémentaire. Ok.
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Bon, ok. J'ai pas eu le trou.
Can't catch me.
Moi j'allais dire je prendrais une échelle pour descendre, du coup j'imagine que c'est ça que je dois faire. De toute façon j'avais même pas besoin d'escalier. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Les sanctuaires.
It's my lucky day.
Nice and spicy.
There's more.
Not now.
Let's roll.
Y'a pas de coffre? Bah si, il est au milieu. Je suis un peu aveugle. Ok, mais pourquoi il y a une échelle là? Un joli coffre caché? Alors, un petit coffre caché. Ok, j'imagine que j'aurai accès après. Donc ça, je viens de l'activer, je crois.
Holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get him out of here. Let's roll.
More. To the ferry.
You're all free to go.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy? We're awfully worried.
Calm down, dear.
But...
Oh, you must be Dice.
Yes, that's right. Have you seen him? Where...
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show he's been worried about you. I bet he'll...
You were the one who saved him? Oh...
No, please, no. Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respecting guy who saw another person...
Really? Just one little...
These vagrants are insatiable. They'll do anything. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Would they really do anything?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one with Oni horns on his head. Oh, in fact, his horns look just...
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. I don't understand what he was trying to do. Are you a friend of his? Or perhaps a relative?
Relative.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the...
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to...
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky to have family like you.
Don't worry. He'll be in... Anyway, you should scram. It's still...
Yes, thanks again.
Bon. Est-ce que je peux faire pause? Pas vraiment.
Huh. A child that made some poor choices. Anyway, let's get going. While we still have time.
Ah, j'ai envie de faire pipi. Attendez, j'arrive. Tac, je fais mute.
Best flavor in the world? The sweet, sweet taste of victory. And that's why I've never spent a single mora on any of my snacks. I've won them all, fair and square. That's right. Don't underestimate the beetle. They can be some of the toughest little guys around. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Want to know what's on this beetle's diet? Sweat and tears, that's what. That's how it gets stronger. I think we can all learn something from that.
Ok, me revoilà. Hop.
Arataki numero uno Itto.
J'imagine qu'il a pas arrêté de parler. Ok, là je peux redescendre. Oh, ça s'élève.
This is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can. Bow your head.
Cole, mine's the command.
Say no more. Attaboy. Oh, you're coming through. Let's roll!
Nice and spiced. The night is cold.
I'll protect us.
Upon the gale.
Bet you think you've won, don't ya? So nice. I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. It's very precious to me. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts tearing too.
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You better stay where you are and let me. Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of the mechanism. And when it gets torn, this place goes up in smoke.
What? You're gonna blow this whole place up?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got an escape route. The rest of you, you've had your fun. Now it's... my paper charm! Where's my paper...
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's the...
I snatched it earlier to stop you from doing anything.
Why, you... Now...
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed our agreement, no?
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great. Because I'm done listening. Ah! Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll
Hey, oh, okay. Fine.
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it unless you want to get buried. You should leave this place now. Take everyone here and get out!
You won't go If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person you've come across? Huh?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone! Why couldn't you just stay out of it?
No one needs to
All right, then you tell me. I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die from the very beginning. This is between us Blue Oni. But you... If it wasn't for you...
They're here! We won't let them...
Hey, Tenryo Commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. I'm behind everything. Arataki, you're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the criminal is here.
Huh? It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am! How are you ever gonna report back without capturing me?
Stop!
Listen, Takuya. Sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni. And giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You wanna be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain our own... The Blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new beginning. We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well then let's tear it up and start over. But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about it. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya! I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them!
What?
Hey, I got this.
Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve! Ah, shut up, would ya?
Ok. Plutôt stylé, mais... Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
We managed it. What about Itto and Takuya? I'm on hopes they're all right. Look! It's Itto and Takuya!
That's gonna hurt tomorrow. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Why would you do? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was okay to abandon family in need. I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you...
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. Nothing they did was... It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Oni and humans can live side by side. Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horns.
You say all that, but... in spite of everything, you're barely getting by.
That's just how... You remember the pack, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a serious temper problem. And Mamoru? Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way, but we don't care. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been through adversity with open...
But...
don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of you are finished talking. Takuya, based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under... All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kid.
No, please don't. Without the... It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belong to us anyway. Don't worry, I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation, I'll personally make sure they never suffer again.
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the Tenryo...
Oh, yeah, but no worries. I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care of the Blue Oni.
Yeah, we've already arrested them.
Oh, right.
That's what they get for resisting.
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about... Thanks. And thanks for sticking with me to the end.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means that the culpability extends to you too. But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the complexity of this case...
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like a big... Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Ok.
Well...
Oh, fait chier. Faut que je me TP là encore. Faut que j'aille voir la grand-mère.
Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
Oh, super.
Let's get down to business. You're dead. Know your place.
Not now.
Squall and Fury.
Ouais, faut que je les tue, j'ai besoin des garde-mains là.
That's far enough.
Comment ça m'énerve les éclairs, j'en peux plus.
My guiding stars.
Oh, c'est juste pour ça.
The wind rises.
N'empêche, le E il est trop bien, il permet de sprinter quand on a plus d'énergie.
Quit following me.
Oh merde.
Nice and spicy. Not now. Hi.
Non, les loots. Oh,
Quit following me.
fuck. Oh merde.
Ah, yes. That does sound like.
So, did they? Yes, they did. But don't be too up. He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains.
Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Itto helped.
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Itto is a far cry from, if you ask me. I'd say he's like one of those little Oni Kabuto you kids are playing with all the time. Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a delinquent, but he'll never back down from a fight.
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a compliment.
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials in the Tenryo Commission.
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. As for the
Et elle va
Blue
rester là
Oni,
toute seule.
just leave them to me. If there's one thing an old granny like myself can do,
Do you need our help?
no, no. Go on ahead. Besides, once Itto is released, he'll be here to help me. Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that's what makes him adorable. He does whatever he puts his mind to do. He's sincere, brave, and without timid. Everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They thought I'd never been ashamed of his name. Because Itto is my...
A long time ago, in a village lost to
Okay,
time,
on
there
a
lived a
cinématique.
crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the bestest friends. The crimson Oni wanted to befriend the humans, though the blue Oni made the rule not good. And then he left. After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home. The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Okay.
Hey, you'll never guess what Paimon just heard! The Yashiro Commission is holding a test of courage event! They've even prepared rewards for participants who can pass the event's challenges! But, if it...
Ah, je peux accéder à cette quête-là, du coup, qui est disponible que 6 jours. Je crois qu'il donne pas mal de primogèmes en plus. En plus, il y a Ezu. J'aime trop Ezu. Dommage qu'il faut des putains de scarabs brutaux là pour le up. Kami Dai Tatikati 1. Merde, c'était bien là. Oh, c'est pas ça. Ok. Donc, demain matin, je vais stream. On fera ça. Si on a le temps, on fera Shogun Raiden 2 là. Et après, la quête d'où vient la pierre d'esprit, je ne sais pas comment on l'a, on en regardera. On regardera. Faudra que je fasse ça, on fera ça aussi. On a encore pas mal de trucs à faire en vrai. Voilà. Bon, sur ce, moi j'y vais. Faudra que je farme des primogèmes pour faire les vœux pour obtenir la Shogun. Je la voudrais vraiment, la Shogun. J'en reviens pas d'avoir eu Scaramouche déjà. Alors. Ok. Bon. Moi je vais vous laisser. Je vais aller coucher. Bon, j'ai stream un peu plus tard que prévu. D'habitude, je peux être à 22h. Bon, il est 22h30, ça va. Mais j'essaie de pas faire trop de bruit. Vous aurez capté. Bon, vous pouvez me suivre sur Twitter si vous voulez. Pour être averti des lives. Je diffuse toujours mes lives sur Twitter. Enfin, je diffuse. Je fais un tweet prévenant que je suis en live. Vous pouvez aussi vous abonner sur YouTube. Sur YouTube, il y a toutes les VOD de poster. Je pense toujours à les... Enfin, je pense à les upload, mais je pense pas forcément à les programmer. Là, aujourd'hui, j'y ai pensé, je l'ai fait ce matin. Tout est programmé. Jusqu'à peu près 8 janvier, je crois. Là, on est le 26, là, on a Noël. J'espère que les fêtes sont bien passées pour vous. Voilà. Et aussi, si vous êtes sur YouTube, n'hésitez pas à venir passer sur Twitch. C'est agréable d'avoir des gens qui passent. Voilà. Bon, sur ce, je vous laisse. Je vous souhaite une bonne nuit. Sur YouTube, une bonne journée, tout ça. Et je vous dis à la prochaine. Et sur YouTube, à dans 2 jours. Toutes les VOD sont diffusées tous les 2 jours. Ciao.